Ever wonder what's really behind the headlines? Or why certain theories just won't go away? Dive into the world of the No Name Podcast, your go-to podcast for unraveling the mysteries of conspiracies, politics, and everyday life. Each week, we blend our opinions, analysis, with some storytelling to uncover the hidden layers of our world. From the latest political intrigue to the most fascinating conspiracy theories, we bring you a balanced dose of skepticism and insight. Whether you're a seasoned critical thinker or just curious about the whispers that swirl around us, we offer a space where your questions are welcome, and your mind can wander freely. Tune in, spark your curiosity, and let's embark on this journey of discovery together. The No Name Podcast, where every episode is a new chance to think critically and see the world through a different lens. Don't miss out. Subscribe today and join the conversation.
Hey, this is Jeremy coming to you from the No Name Podcast.
And it's your boy Trey.
And a moment of silence for Dustin for a second.
Yeah.
We're still praying for him.
Right.
All is well. He's going to be, everything's going to be good. But
It just doesn't feel the same.
it doesn't feel the same. So he'll be back next week. So that's the good news.
There you go. That was for Jeremy. And,
But we were kind of sitting here thinking about what we were going to talk about, and I don't know, the big news from our good friends in the media constantly right now are Trump's picks for, and I don't know about you, Trey, but I've been alive for a little while, 30 something years. I don't remember there ever being this much hoopla. Like, it feels like almost a draft. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the NFL draft for cabinet picks and everything. Like, does it not usually happen this soon, or is it not this publicized? Or
well, it's the person who's picking. And we're looking at a guy who I think a lot of people bought into the personality of Trump, and then so he's putting people around him where you tend to think, will they have the same personality features? Now, I'm going to be honest. While I may not like his rhetoric and him as a person, I am eager to see if he's going to make this country better.
Yeah.
MAP. And
took me a second to already remember what that was. Make America better.
Make America better. There we go. See, I'm out here mapping, bro. And that's my hope. I have hope. Romans 13 tells us to do some stuff as Christians, and you might not bite your tongue, you might not like it, but I'm gonna stay biblical there.
Yeah.
But some of his picks, the one thing I don't like is they're trying to avoid the FBI background. I just think that's good to have, just so we know that these people aren't. And what people don't realize about the FBI background, they dig deep, bro. Because I have to get a background check that's similar to that, and they call people around you to see if you out there. I would never forget one of the questions they ask in some of the interviews we have is like, "Hey, are you a terrorist?" I'm like, and I laughed to the lady and I said, "She said, why are you laughing?" I said, "If I was a terrorist, would I just think I'm just gonna tell you?"
Yeah, like I'd be obviously trying to hide it.
Right. Obviously, I am a terrorist and I work for the government. No, and so I think. But
no, I guess I've missed this piece. What are they trying to avoid the background checks
well,
on?
It's just going into that narrative that the FBI is went after Trump, and the FBI is like weaponized against him.
So they're trying to avoid background checks on his picks, or
yeah, it's picks.
Okay,
picks. And think about it. The talks even about doing away with the FBI of sorts. So,
but I mean, haven't most of these people that he's picking been in politics anyway?
Don't matter.
Interesting.
Don't matter. So like every time, for instance, when I got my promotion, I had to you got every 10 years we'll do a background check anyway. It just coincided perfectly.
Every 10 years?
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
they have to do one every year at my work.
Well, you're dealing with IT. That might be up to no good.
Yeah.
But it's just like they want to go through, like, so for instance, like in the government, let's say we want to make sure you're not paid off.
Yeah.
They got to make sure that like you do have no interest in like Russia or China or somewhere crazy that don't like us. And to think that all these politicians are just gung-ho America, I don't necessarily believe that. So to me, the FBI, remember we talked about this, is the FBI does more so with white-collar crimes than anything. So they're going to dig into your financial structure to see if you got any money showing up anywhere.
Yeah. Well, another thing that's weird too, I have to do fingerprints every 2 years. I'm like, my fingerprints haven't changed.
I always wonder why they make us. I have to do those.
Can't you just take the same records and just rerun it?
Yeah, they do. Like unless they got a system where do you all attend? Or you just
yeah,
do 2?
we have to do all 10.
Same. We have to do all
Yeah, we have
10.
to do the palm, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
nothing's
the
changed.
palm of your hand?
Yeah, like
Oh, wow.
nothing's changed.
And we just have to do the tips. And then like one of my, I'm pretty sure like one of my fingers, like I don't know which hand it wasn't showing up. And she's like, "What's wrong with your finger?" I was like, I don't
probably
know.
burned it. Who knows?
Yeah,
Like,
I think I did actually. I was like,
I
I'm
came
like,
out of the restaurant industry, so it's kind of hard sometimes to get the
Right.
because I be touching a hot
Right.
pan. I still do it at home. Just immediately just grab a hot pan. I'm like,
she
wow,
was
what an
spraying the
idiot.
crap out that machine trying to get me my fingerprints to show up. I'm like, oh, I can commit crimes.
Yeah.
They can't catch me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to commit any crimes. It's a joke.
Seen some what was that I can't remember what it was, Gone in 60 Seconds or something, when they got those fake fingerprints
Oh,
on there with
yeah.
somebody else's fingerprints. Oh, that's pretty right
well,
on.
that's pretty cool unless you're the other person they stole the
Yeah, you
fingerprints.
definitely don't want to be that guy.
Right. I think they may have you as surveillance at like a coffee shop or something. So I don't like that.
Yeah, I was kind of I missed that part. I haven't heard that, but I was just kind of taken back. I was talking to a few different people about. I just don't remember this being such a huge thing. Maybe it's happening earlier than it usually has, or even when he was elected president in 2016, I don't remember this going on.
Well, the ideal is he's going to pick people who are loyal to him and not necessarily the best candidate. That's the problem.
Well, I just feel like I remember it being almost all at one time or something.
Yeah, normally
like usually
are-ish.
it's like just you
Normally are-ish.
drop a book like this is the 50 people,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's just kind of bizarre.
But they're vetting the people. I think what's making it a thing is they're vetting the people to see who was most loyal to him.
Yeah.
So like, and to me, I think that's the scary part. The scary part is not, if this person is qualified or not. The scary part is, like I told you off mic, did you bow down and kiss the ring? And if
Yeah.
you didn't, then you're not getting a position. Whether you deserve it. Like, to me, is he can pick whoever he wants to pick. If he wanted to tap us, I was like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. But sure. You know what I mean? I'll try my hand at it. I don't care. It'd be fun. Put me over like DOD or something crazy. You know what I mean? But like even like the guy with the DOD pick is the Fox host. I don't think that guy was qualified to get that position.
Yeah.
And then I love social media because boy, if you do anything in your past, boy, you better zip tie it up because they was breaking down his tattoo. And did you see that?
No.
So he has a tattoo, and I love my liberal friends and my I follow a lot of people who are like race driven, I would say, and they was breaking down that tattoo and it's like Nazi tattoo.
Oh wow.
And I'm like,
that's a problem.
yeah. But then somebody broke it down further and said it's not a problem for him because he has ties, or that church or whatever has ties to Trump's grandfather.
Oh wow.
So it was like this. I'm like, well, I'll send you it's one of those situations you be like this. I don't know what to do with this information because I don't know if y'all just read it into it. It's like the movie The Number 23. Like you just want to see it, so you see it,
right?
Or is this legit? Like I don't know if it's legit. You know what I mean? It's the internet. So but I didn't like the DOD pick. I want you get rid of a 4-star general who literally and that guy. I guess that other guy was in the military too, but it's a 4-star general.
Right.
That means he had to work his way up. You get rid of him for a Fox News host. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about DEI hires if that's your pick. like for me, when I hear those charges, we talked about it a little bit, charges were DEI
yeah.
hires. But then when it happens on the other foot, no one says like for them to say that. I think you remember the boat crashed into the bridge in Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
And they went off on the mayor. Like the
Yep.
mayor had anything to do with the boat crashing into the bridge. Like the mayor was probably at home with his family sleeping, and they called him a DEI hire because he was black.
Do you think that was a conspiracy, by the way, at all?
Because we haven't heard anything else about the boat.
Weird, right?
I don't know,
We'll have
man.
to talk about that later.
Yeah, that was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
There was something going in the news right then too, and I can't remember what it was.
They
But
they showed it take us
literally
away
told
from
my
it.
family, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I was like, "Cause that sure did take." I'm gonna have to research that
Okay.
because there was something going on.
Did you like that pick? The Fox News host guy? I'm not even gonna call his name like Pete. Something. Did you like him?
We'll see. I'm not a big fan, but the one thing that I do know is that I'm hoping that these picks have some sort of thing besides just bowing down to kiss the ring, as you would say.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that there's some sort of reasoning behind it. And one thing that I do know is Trump's not afraid to fire anybody. Like literally, he is not afraid
Now
to fire
that
a
he
person.
will do.
So I feel like if it's not a good, it's not a good situation or something's not working out, I'm pretty sure he's going to go in there and fix the problem.
Hey, buddy, it's time for you to leave.
You're fired.
Right.
If he can apprentice him, I'm happy. Like, just bring it home for me. But I'm hoping that it's because there is some sort of opportunity there, and we don't know. And it's like I said before, we got to be praying for it and hoping for the best. And if he's doing what he says he's going to do, then that's great.
Are you like when you have a DOD guy like this over him, and like this a person that's in charge of intel for the DOD, the Pentagon? Is it a situation where you can trust him to make the right decision? The dude got on Fox News, because they. But that's why I said you do something, you say something on that's great wide media. Well, like this stuff what we're talking about now can always come back and bite us, which I personally don't care because I'm crazy. But you said I don't wash my hands in 10 years. 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty disgusting. What are you cooking? I don't want none of it.
Yeah, you want to shake my hand?
No,
so.
ever. I'm not, at this point, at 10 years, you probably got bacteria up to your elbows.
Oh,
I can't even. I'm gonna have to like air 5 you, and even then, I might be like, "Oh, I got him on me."
That's more of a high five to the face,
right? Stay away from me. All right, so you you don't have confidence that he can probably do the job, but you're just hoping for the best.
Exactly. I mean,
Okay,
maybe
fair.
there's something in his resume we don't know. I mean, I haven't dug into the guy. So,
DOD, you have to like 4-star. You're replacing a 4-star general. Give me the top person in your field. Do you know the top person in your field?
No.
Okay.
I don't
But
follow that.
Watch this. But if they tried to hire you for that person, you're like, hey.
Hey, I'd take the job.
But-
probably. I'd be like, oh, you want me? I'm going to make
Idiots.
hay while I can.
Exactly. Like these idiots.
fake
I
it
probably
till I
got a
make
strong 30 days on this job before I'm not the greatest.
30-day paycheck better be a big one. Is all I'm
It
saying.
is gonna be big. You can cash out too. That's what I just think. I don't necessarily like him. Okay, let's give you another one you got.
How about Tom Homan, the border czar? So
He seems pretty strict.
yeah,
I
and
think he get a job in.
yeah, the interesting thing about him that a lot of people don't talk about is he was the border czar under Obama.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an interesting pick because it seemed like, a lot of things people don't talk about is the fact of how many people were deported under Obama.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was because it wasn't so socially charged back then as it is now.
Right.
It wasn't being reported on, or it was okay
No.
then. Those kind of things make me wonder why.
So I think it's twofold. The economy was like, nobody cared about the border. That's why I tell people, nobody cares about the border when we as Americans ain't getting money.
Yeah.
like if the economy is a thing, remember people was losing their houses. Nobody cared about the border because regular Americans was getting thrown out on the houses.
Part of that is we didn't have to worry about it because there wasn't, a lot of the cartel coming across because it was being handled.
What you mean? Being handled by who?
It was being handled by Tom Homan here. Okay, so
I don't know.
it was a
Drugs been on these streets.
to me it was a non-issue at the time because you weren't hearing about all these people coming across with the fentanyl, the drugs. I mean,
Well,
obviously
fentanyl-
that was still happening.
Yeah, fentanyl is new too.
That was still happening, obviously, but it wasn't in the news as much because it was, I think, being handled.
I don't think that was being handled. I think me personally, because we weren't getting into the money. We was trying to figure out how to keep people in their houses. and one thing I know about the media, just being in that background, is they're gonna lead with the stories that's gonna get the most clicks.
Yeah.
And if I can, let's say for instance, if I can tell you how to get a house or stay in your house or your neighbor is about to get put out, you're gonna look at that. Now I may mention immigration, but I'm not. It's not as big as it was now. So I think you said he worked under the Obama administration. He'll be good. That's might be the only pick I'm high confident in.
Right.
Him and then the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I mean, I'm gonna say something that sounds crazy, but you get the people that position, you do get the person you trust the most.
Right.
So I'm cool with that. If you get somebody loyal to you for that position, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. I think
Yeah.
you need somebody that has your back on that.
Yeah, I'm not.
on that.
No, I'm not tripping on her.
Well, let's hit the most controversial. Well, maybe not the most controversial to some people. How about Matt Gaetz?
He's not. No, he's incompetent.
Incompetent
DEI hire
DEI hire.
if he gets confirmed.
If he gets confirmed, that's the thing. Is like a lot of these people have to
GOP
get
said, and a
confirmed.
lot of the people at the GOP said, "Are you kidding me?" They said that's a joke.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna use our church as an example. If our pastor got found out That's an identical situation as Matt Gaetz. But we don't have no evidence. It's all alleged. It's all alleged. Do we have a church we go to? No, we don't.
True.
Because the people were like, well, and you know, our little pastor is one of the most honest individuals. One of our friends, I can tell you, he's. I would know it. If y'all ever see me come to church, like, yeah, we're in trouble. then y'all know, like, we're in trouble. Me getting in trouble, not for something like that. But if I got in trouble, y'all probably look at me and say, that's Trey. Yeah, he needs to sit down for a little minute.
Yeah.
But our pastor is pretty much as A1 as they come. All right. That being said, if he got caught up in something alleged, people will still leave the church in flocks. Yet we have a congressman who quit as they were doing an investigation on him so they can end the investigation. And they had enough information where they have a report ready, and now they're trying to block it from being released.
Do you think that's why they're trying to block the FBI, the background checks, is because of him? Or do you think it's something different?
I I'm gonna be honest. There you go, messing with my conspiracy brain, and I would like to think it's for him, but then it could be maybe you do know some more people on your picks got some questionable dealings.
I mean, even if it is just for him, that's bad enough. That shouldn't be a thing. Like if that's why you're trying to block it, that's a problem.
Yep. But then I think that if you ran on that platform of draining the swamp.
Yeah.
Getting rid of people, I would think that you are high level transparency to show the people that you mean what you mean and you do what you want to do and you have nothing to hide, right?
Right.
I don't see why blocking an FBI probe, even if you're saying the FBI is against you, right? But the FBI can't make up information that we're going to believe.
Yeah.
Like when I say that, can they make up information? Yeah, but like notice what I said, that we're going to believe.
Right.
They can't sit up here and say all your cabinet picks rape women. Everybody will look at them and say, come on, bro, that's far stretch. But you may say, like they did with Brett Kavanaugh, which I thought was a stretch, which is he raped some girl back in 1976, whatever it was. And I felt bad for the woman because I don't know if that happened for real or not.
Yeah.
But that's way too far to me to even try to bring it up. And I'm not saying nothing didn't happen to her. I want to be sensitive to that because I have a daughter. I have a lot of women in my life. But you didn't tell anybody until now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really far removed.
Yeah, and my thing is she would have had a friend or somebody that she said, I told, this to, and that person said, yeah, she did tell me, and we documented it. Okay, Brad, you might be in some trouble, buddy.
Yeah.
And that was far-fetched for me, right? So with Matt did whatever they said he did, probably worse. He just looks like a sleaze. He has a punchable face.
Yeah, that, honestly, probably one of my most surprising picks, that I've seen.
Kiss the ring.
One of the most surprising picks. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I think I'll be surprised if he gets confirmed, but
I would be dumb surprised. I think let's say he gets confirmed, I think now he does really turn the DOJ into a weaponized thing to go against the Democrats to do the same thing that the Democrats did to Trump.
Yeah.
And to me, that's when it becomes what we talked about earlier, the police state. And will people be as mad at the Republican Party from doing the same thing to Democrats? And I always say people, it's a hypocrite standard. The Democrats are going to come out and say, oh, look how crazy it is. But then all the people who kind of, champion Trump, it's like they just trying to get him down. They're going to say, oh, he's just doing cleaning the swamp. Yeah. and I'm like, no, they're doing it. They do it to each other. It's just two kids fighting, and we just in the middle of it.
Well, before we go, I want to hit one more that's exciting. Was the DOGE department,
the non-existent department,
the Department of Government Efficiency,
just let
and your best friend Elon.
Did you know you can apply by sending your resume via Twitter?
What?
I'm not making this up. Yes, he said that. Elon is about himself. I don't care. No, this department exists for him.
You didn't tell me that. I would have done it.
You still can. No, they just announced this on Friday.
I'm gonna send him a copy of the podcast then.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. He's not about to get me fired. Do not do that. First thing that'll be efficient is me losing my job, and I'll be very, very upset. Then I'm gonna have to turn into.
I'll get you brought on the Department of Government Efficiency.
If he's gonna get me fired, I'm not gonna want to work with him. I don't think I can work with him.
That's an upgrade.
I don't think I can work with him.
That's an upgrade.
I can't have him as my boss.
The government efficiency.
I'm gonna want to just. You know, do you ever see people you just want to put your hands on?
Let me ask
Like,
you
you
this.
see
Were
them
we
and
talking
just-
about this on mic or off mic? Just because if we were talking about it off mic, I got to tell, what percentage would you say the government is efficient?
Who's off mic?
Okay.
And I said 60.
60? I say 20. But wouldn't you like to see just a little bit higher?
No.
No, you wouldn't want to see the government at a
Human
higher
incompetence is very high in this.
Right, but think about how competent you are.
You
Might be able to bring some light into the situation.
No.
You're very competent.
In order to go to work for a place, you got to like your boss. And every time that I
I
come
don't
in to
know
work,
about that.
first of all, we're not working from home. So that's dead. All right. And then when I go to work, just to hear his voice, I'm looking at him and like, first of all, based on some of the filing, the labor department filings he had, which I think that's another reason he's trying to scan back some government resources, try to get the government off his butt. But he has a lot, by the way. If you get a chance to look at it, he has about every other department he's in. So that's why he wants the government efficient, so he can get these employees out, so he can beat some of these cases. He got two of them against the Department of Labor, against doing stuff against two minority folks, racism, blah blah blah. Right? I know if I came to work for him, Jerry, your office may be next to a window. My office would be right next to the trash can.
Oh, come on. God.
He's South African.
I mean, yeah, he is, but
Did you know what they did? They didn't get finished doing their little thing until 1994, 93 with apartheid. He was in there. He was in there, man.
so you have zero want for government efficiency.
It doesn't exist. It's not a department. Who's paying us?
What if they're doing?
Let's say he recruited us. Who is paying us? How are we getting paid?
I don't, as long as I'm getting paid in the checks cash, I'm in good shape.
No,
I'm not
how?
saying you have to be a part of it. I'm saying you think there's zero need for government efficiency.
No, a department for it. So okay, listen. Okay, this in my head. Let's be more efficient and create another department to judge if we're being efficient. That doesn't make sense. Now, if you're saying this, I want to get I'm gonna spend. We have some allotted money, some leftover money from somewhere. Money is everywhere, believe it or not. And we're gonna hire an outside consulting firm to kind of review the government's processes and stuff like that. Maybe I'll be going for it. But to have a whole department with just two people who have very charged opinions, no. Give me an outside source that says
They're like the Bobs from what was that? What was that movie? Office Space. You remember the Bobs come in?
Yeah.
What would you say it is you do here? You know?
And I would say the same thing you do at your job. Absolutely nothing.
Oh man, I'm shocked. I'm just shocked.
Okay. I gotta ask. And we got a little time. All right. I'm not.
I mean, we're gonna turn this bonus episode into.
I got 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes. Okay. I really need to know, why do you like Elon Musk?
I'm not saying that I like him.
Uh-huh.
I just think that he is smart on some level. I mean, I'm not saying that he is. I think he hires the right people to help get him further along. Right? I mean, honestly, he's got enough money to get the smart people
There's
and
no
put them
such
in the
thing.
right position.
There's no such thing
What do you mean, no such thing?
as having enough money. I keep trying to put you. There's no such thing as having enough money.
No, I'm not saying that he has enough money. I'm saying he is hiring people to help better him along, or to help get him along to get his business. The guy doesn't know how to do all of the things that he's getting done. He's
Jeremy,
hiring the right people who do.
you're describing slavery.
Last I checked, slavery wasn't a hired position.
I mean, that's what indentured slavery is. The stuff that we said in India is. This is what you okay. Listen to how you describe it. Now I get what you're saying. I'm making a little light of it, make a little joke of it. But you said he finds people, he pays them, steps on them to get ahead.
I didn't say steps
I mean,
on them.
I'm inferring.
You're saying that.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I'm saying he's paying them to do a job to help further along his agenda. That's what anybody does that has a business. You're not, if you own a business, you're not sitting there hiring stupid people.
Absolutely. I get what you're saying.
Further along your business.
But then the way you're saying it is, if Elon was like Jeff Bezos, and even then, I think what he said was a little. Rich people talk different. I don't think I like the way they talk, because they do talk to people as if they're cattle of sorts. Okay, that is so like. Do you remember when Jeff went to the moon? Jeff Bezos.
I mean, if he went,
Excuse me, the orbit of space, whatever they whatever the rockets they've been shooting up.
if he went, yes.
Okay, then he did go to these orbits. You saw it.
Okay.
We saw something. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
He came down in his speech and, and said, "I want to thank all the Amazon employees for making this opportunity good for me. Without y'all, I couldn't be here today." And I was like, "Bro, I guarantee I know what you meant, but it doesn't sound good because you didn't randomly pick one Amazon employee to go to space with you, so that you didn't make it like they can be a part of the journey. What you said is because y'all get up and go to work every morning, I'm able to fly to space, which has nothing to their job had nothing to do with you in your toy life. You know what I mean?
They made him money.
That's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. Like a part of me that I don't like Elon Musk because I feel like he just wants for himself. If he has to use Jerry, may be the best IT specialist person in the world. So he's going to get Jeremy. He's going to pay you a nice salary. But then as soon as he's able to get hired, he's going to fire Jeremy or sell the company. And that's how you get fired.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't like.
Well, ever since I saw him walk into Twitter with a sink, maybe I might be a little concerned.
I saw that other day. What was the pink? What was the sink for? I don't understand.
Because he was getting rid of everything in the kitchen sink.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
See, you know what? Has anyone punched him? And nobody's punched him?
I don't think so.
And you walk in my office with a kitchen sink, I'm like, oh, that's what we doing? Yeah. Security got to get me out of here, bro. I'm telling you, though, I'm going to put you in a mean one. I'm going to put you in a sleeper headlock.
So you think the government does not need any efficiency?
No,
I got it. Okay. So we got no efficiency.
I'm not, see, there you go. There you go. I didn't say that. I gave myself a 40% leeway. What I'm saying is it is stuff that needs to be cleaned up. I work in the
That's
world.
what I was asking earlier. Does it need to be cleaned up?
Yeah, but I don't want him doing it.
I'm not saying him. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
I'm saying for any, like, is that even a smart idea to have somebody like some smart people,
a neutral outside team?
Yes. I mean, would that be a smart thing to do?
Yeah, I think it's good for any. Like, that's why that's why we get financial advisors and stuff like that to make sure I count.
I was asking 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but see,
I'm not saying is he the best man for the job. I'm saying is there a need for that?
But he hires the best people for the job.
Maybe.
If you're never the best and all you do is hire folks, yeah, you are smart. I'm not knocking anything. I'm not questioning the man's intellect. What I'm questioning is his motives. Yeah. You're not even American.
Hey, I don't know what his motives are. I don't know. I'm not going to stand up and say that his motives are good.
Jeremy, you know what his motives are.
Hey, I don't know.
Get laid and get paid. That's what he's been doing. You go look at his life. That's what he's been doing.
Hey.
Now, I don't know how he's getting paid and I don't know how he's getting laid, but I'm telling you, his track record is exactly that. So, in between that, he makes electric cars. In between that, he works for PayPal. And I'm like, bro, how are you doing all this stuff? Now, granted, I'm not the guy is smooth to doing whatever he's doing. But a part of me is like I told somebody, he's like Batman. He's smart enough, but he ain't doing like Alfred builds the machines. He steals the machines from his company who other smart people have built, and he just uses them to fight crime. I'll give him Batman. He's not Tony Stark. And I don't like, and a lot of people don't like Batman anyway. So
I love Batman.
No, you don't. I can name 2 Batmans you don't like right now.
Probably.
See? And I'm not saying anything bad about Elon. I don't want to attack his character. I'm not saying I don't know the guy well enough to say anything about him. But he comes off as snobbish to me, and I just don't like. I don't like snobbish people. I don't like anybody that I feel like puts people down.
What about Vivek?
Vivek
I like Vivek.
You know what? I like Vivek if we would sit down, like he would come down, if he would ever wanted to come down and do our show, I think he'll be a good person to talk to. I think he has a lot of interesting ideas. I don't agree with a lot of them, but I do have a lot more respect for him than Elon Musk because I feel like he had to put the work in. You know, and the reason I know that is because he's a minority. I know that he had to work for everything to get to where he is. I know he worked. Nobody's calling him a DEI hire, by the way. Okay, just so to put that out there.
Well, I mean, wouldn't Elon Musk be considered a minority?
No.
From South Africa?
No.
Okay, just asking.
If you look at, he is African American. Is he? No, he's an African.
Just African.
But no, he's a European African. It's totally different.
Oh, okay. I don't know how all that breaks down.
Well, somebody gonna hear that like, yeah, Trey, break it, yeah, Trey. I'm like, hey, Rob is making up stuff.
I'll believe anything.
Yeah, right. No, but I do know that, like, I heard this phrase that South Africa isn't really a part of Africa, and it's a reason.
Interesting.
Historically stuff. So,
Historically.
So I'm just playing off in that little racial diatribe.
Well, at least glad to hear that you might like half the team, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, you got to get people that's loyal to you. I do want more competent people. I don't think you get.
When I'm at half the team, I'm talking about the Vivek side of the Doge department.
Oh man, but
I don't know about half of the whole
you-
cabinet picks. I don't.
But
I'm
you
not
heard
100%
about what Vivek wanted to do out the gate. One of the articles said he wanted to cut over 120 billion veteran aid, and I'm like, well, no.
I don't think they'll do that. That would be shocking.
I mean,
that would be hatred right off the bat.
I don't know. I think that's the part of people that scares people. We don't know.
I'm so annoyed right now the fact that this episode was supposed to be a bonus and we didn't even get to RFK, and now I gotta ask about RFK.
Oh, I forgot all about him.
Oh my gosh! Just quick.
Okay, quick.
RFK. What are your thoughts?
I like his ideas of taking poison out of our food and toxic metals and whatever the stuff that I can't even pronounce on the boxes, the boxes and everything. I like that. I don't like his vaccine mandate. He's
Okay.
I sent y'all a picture why. It's coming.
Yeah. Well, that is kind of concerning. I mean,
remember I said I want that one disease that's gonna scare people?
Yeah.
That would be it. If it makes it here, that would be it.
That's concerning. Again, I said it before. COVID was a test run. Yeah.
Chicken pox on steroids. Yeah.
That does not sound good. But yeah, I think as far as RFK goes, there are some concerning points. I really hope he sticks to food. Honestly, I really just hope he sticks to food, because we're going to do an episode on it soon about poison food. And I truly believe we are just taking it in as a country. I hate having regulation on a lot of things, but that is one thing that I don't understand why it's not regulated. What's the motives? And we can cover that on another day.
I'm not even gonna say that because we're done. Bonus episode.
Yeah.
I save it for the next one.
But yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. It's gonna be interesting.
Dustin, you want to say something?
Well, I know he's gonna be mad he missed out on this one.
That's why I had to shout about it real quick.
Yeah, that's all right. But he will be back next week. We'll have to tell him to listen to the episodes and give us a 4-minute rundown of things he wished he could have said.
And it's speed reading real quick on the show, the next show.
But thanks everybody for listening. We will talk to you next Monday. You want to go ahead and give Dustin's tagline for him?
I'm gonna mess it up again. I'll let you do it.
The truth's out there. Read between the lines.
That's it.